Welcome to a brand new season of Ink Differently, the podcast that dives into the vibrant world of personalized product decoration. I'm Rhonda, your host and education manager here at Sawgrass. In each episode, I'll be chatting with the amazing minds behind Sawgrass, as well as talented Sawgrass users just like you. Together, we'll uncover inspiring stories, expert tips, and the cutting-edge innovation that makes Sawgrass the industry leader in sublimation printing and customized product design. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting started, this season is packed with creativity, community, and game-changing insights you won't want to miss. I'm so excited today to have with us Karina, better known on social media as Crafty Kari. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
All right. So, Karina, we're going to start with some get to know you questions, just so everyone gets to know you a little bit before we get started, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So, if you could teach a dog to do one human thing, what would it be?
That is so random. If I could teach a dog one human thing, what would it be? I have no idea. I would never thought of this. I don't know, maybe to go pick something up for me.
That's what I was thinking actually, was probably to be like a second set of hands, like
Exactly.
to turn on the dishwasher and stuff to save me a trip.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yes, and my questions are very random. So you just I know we haven't got to hang out, but anyone who's met me knows that this is just the kind of stuff that comes out my mouth on a regular basis. So, anyone internally thinks it's funny how random my random questions are. But I did get them off the internet. All right. What is your most used emoji?
Oh, I don't know what it's called, but it's that little emoji that the face is like half melting.
Okay. Yeah, we were doing this last week internally, and we were all like, what do you call the one with the tears where the head's turned to the side? Yeah. What's the luckiest thing that has ever happened to you?
Oh, that's a hard one. I feel like I honestly this year I think I've just gotten really lucky. I was able to quit my 9 to 5 in November to stay home with my baby, and that was never in my plans. So for that to happen made me feel like the luckiest person ever.
That is really, really cool and really great that you get to stay home. What fictional place do you wish existed in the real world?
I was thinking about that. I read the questions beforehand and I was like, I wonder. Probably somewhere from a movie. I'm like trying to think, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
I mean, honestly, I think the land where Frozen is set is really cool.
Yeah, that's a good one. Actually, when I went, I was in Japan last week and we went to Disney Sea, and they have like a fantasy land for Anna, Elsa, for Tangled, and I'm in California, so I'm used to like going to Disneyland. So going there, it was so real. I was like, I feel like I'm right in a movie. So actually, that's a really good one.
Yeah, any of the Disney cartoon settings are really, really beautiful. So yeah, that's probably where I would go. All right. What's your worst experience with super glue or hot glue?
I can't think of like one specific experience, but I just recently I baptized my baby during the summer, and I did a lot of gluing, and the glue was just burning my fingers off.
That's the worst. I somehow another one time in a hurry got a glue gun burn on the bottom of my foot, which I'm not even sure how my clumsy self managed that, but
no.
All right, what's your craziest Halloween costume?
Craziest Halloween costume. I didn't say anything too crazy. I feel like I keep it pretty basic. But I can tell you about my cutest Halloween costume. Last year for my baby's first Halloween, we dressed up we dressed her up as a little lamb, and then my husband was Woody, and I was, oh, what's her name? Is her name Betty? I'm
Bo
totally.
Peep.
Yes, yes, yeah. And it was just the cutest thing ever.
Oh, that is so sweet.
Yeah, I loved it.
What are you planning for this year?
I haven't thought about it. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be last minute.
Yeah. We got lucky this year. So my daughter has been competing in ice skating, and she was the Queen of Hearts. So I'm like, there's your Halloween
Yeah,
costume.
that's
We're
such a
just gonna
cool
go ahead and
one.
take it.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's been really neat. And she performed for the last time this weekend. So I'm like, now it's a Halloween costume. But
Yeah.
she's 16. So she's like, I'm going to turn the dress into everyday wear. And I'm like, that figures at high school.
Yeah.
All right. What season is the worst suited for your personality and why?
Oh, worst season. I would probably say the winter, just because I'm home all day and I love to be out and about. So probably winter.
Yeah, that makes sense. Some of us just are not made for the cold.
Exactly.
All right. What is the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
The weirdest thing you've ever eaten. I honestly, I'm that person that does not like to try new food. So I really don't eat weird things. And it's probably the worst because I'm like, I can't go to a new restaurant because I'm like, what if I don't like it? I don't want to risk it. So if I do, I have to go with my husband so that he can eat it just in case I don't like it.
What is your staple? So what are the things that are safe foods for you that you love?
I would say anything chicken. You can't go wrong with chicken.
Very fair.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your favorite childhood snack?
My favorite childhood snack. Oh, so we had a peach tree growing up, and it was right outside my bedroom window. So we used to love eating peaches during the summer. It was the best.
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, what's your least favorite candy?
Least favorite candy. Is it the spicy tamales? Is that what they're called? You
Oh
know
yeah,
the
hot tamales.
hot tamales. Yes, that was it. I can't do them.
Yeah, no, they're a little too hot.
Yeah.
All right. What vegetable shouldn't exist?
I would say cauliflower.
Yeah. It doesn't really like fit any need. It's
Exactly.
just kind of there. It doesn't really have a strong taste. So,
Yeah.
all right, cool. Okay, thank you so much for playing along.
Yay, thank you.
All right, so let's jump into some questions. So, first, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Karina. I'm a crafter turned small business owner. I actually started crafting, well, I've been crafting my entire life, but I got back into crafting in 2020, right around the shutdowns, because I was working from home at the time. And so I would literally wake up, work, eat, go to sleep, and it was miserable. So I was like, okay, I need a hobby because this is too much. So I kind of thought about the things that I would do growing up, and I remembered that I was really crafty. So I got on TikTok and I saw that all the crafty girlies had a Cricut. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy a Cricut. So I invested in my first Cricut, and after that, I just fell in love with it. And then, like a year later, I got into sublimation, and it's just been really fun ever since then.
Yeah, lots of fun projects, huh?
Yes, definitely.
All right, so what's your favorite thing to craft?
Um, I don't have like a specific favorite project, but I would say that like my niche, like my favorite crafting is sublimation.
Okay, awesome. So you said you started sublimating like 2021 or so?
Yeah, 2021.
Awesome. Do you remember the first thing you made or what were some of the early projects you did?
So when I first started, I actually just bought a roll of polyester to practice on because sublimation blanks can get very pricey. So I bought a roll and I just started making like a ton of bandanas for my puppies. And then from there, yeah, they were so cute. From there, I kind of moved on to sublimating cups, and I feel like sublimating cups is probably my favorite.
Yeah. And the bandanas, that's such a cute idea. Now, do you sew as well?
I don't, but I did start embroidery this year and I'm like, oh wait, I think I might want to get into sewing.
Yeah, I've been around sewing my whole life, but I don't sew. But I could see if you've done bandanas and those kind of things that sewing's kind of on your horizon.
Yeah, hopefully soon.
All right, so you have gotten to play around with VersiFlex. Was your first impression of VersiFlex?
Okay, so honestly, when it first dropped, I was like, there is no way that this machine does what it's claiming that they're doing. Because I actually have the Sawgrass SG1000 for sublimation, and I've used that for a few years, and I love that printer so much because it does its own maintenance, and that alone is crazy. So when VersiFlex came out and it claimed that it could, go on colored tees and go on wood and do all of this while still maintaining the self-cleaning, I was like, there is no way. But when I tried it, and I've had it for, I want to say, maybe a month or two now, so I am on the newer side of VersiFlex, but off the projects that I've done, it's amazing. And like it actually does what it's claiming to do, which is just crazy. And I feel like I'm just starting. So I'm really excited to see everything that it'll actually be able to do.
Yeah, we get so excited here. Just being able to play with it, to go to a craft store and just pick up blanks and be able to make
Amazing.
whatever has been so awesome.
Yeah, and to be able to go to the dollar store and pick up any piece of wood for $1.25, that's the crazy part.
Exactly. So you kind of already answered it, but why do you think VersaFlex is a game changer in the industry?
Yeah, I feel like that was kind of the same answer. So I really do think it's a game changer because of the maintenance. I mean, I have a DTF printer, and that DTF printer, I always joke that it's my second newborn because of the amount of time, the amount of maintenance that it requires. Like, yes, it's amazing because you can use it on any t-shirt, but the time that it actually takes to keep up with that printer is just crazy. So the fact that the VersiFlex doesn't require any maintenance is crazy. But overall, just the fact that you can now play on wood, you can still keep your traditional sublimation, and on top of that, add like any type of blanket, any type of t-shirt. That's really a game changer.
Yeah, so that's really a great point because you can do the sublimation you've always done, but now you can do the same things you do with some of those other machines that require so much maintenance, and you're still getting to
Exactly.
keep it with the self maintenance. That's so awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And that's a really great point. So thank you.
Yes.
All right. So, what are your favorite things so far to make with VersaFlex? It seems like you're really enjoying the wood.
I am really enjoying. I actually have them right next to me because I wanted to show them. So I've made a few wood projects. I made like two items for Thanksgiving already. This
Oh
is
my
like this
gosh.
little wood heart. Isn't this the cutest thing ever? That's with VersiFlex. I don't know if you could see that, but the
Yeah.
colors, everything. This looks so good. And then I did another one for football. Let me grab it. Sorry. Okay, here is the one for football season. Tell me this is not the cutest thing ever. I'm
Oh,
obsessed. I've already
oh my
done so much
gosh.
with wood, and I'm loving it.
Well, we're going to get some pictures from you of those so we can put them on our
Okay.
social. But for those of you who are listening and can't see them, just some really great wood door hangers. I've been thinking about that a lot as we enter the fall season because so
Yeah,
many people will get those rounds and like paint a half and then put the letters on it. And you can do all of that now with the VersaFlex, which is so awesome. I
exactly.
really love that football one.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So, what are some other projects that you want to attempt with VersaFlex? What's on the horizon for you?
Ooh, okay. So one of my most viral products are sublimation blankets, but sourcing those blanks is very difficult. It's a lot. So now with VersiFlex, I don't need, a certain polyester count. I can do it on literally any blanket. So I'm excited to see what kind of blanks I can find and what kind of blankets I can customize. I feel like that is also going to do really good in my shop.
Yeah, that'll be phenomenal. I mean, it's something that I've noticed too because you don't, and like whether it's a tote bag, whether it's a blanket, whether it's a pillow, You're
Yeah,
not having to be as careful about what you find. So
exactly.
it does make life a lot easier too.
Definitely.
So, are you like me? Have you already started thinking about what everyone's getting for Christmas
Oh
with the
yeah,
VersaFlex?
yeah. I have so many ideas. I'm so excited for this holiday season.
I know, me too. I am so excited. I mean, I've sublimated all of my Christmas gifts since I started working at Sawgrass 7 years ago. So this year is going to be a lot of fun with the VersaFlex.
Oh yeah.
So have you had any failed VersaFlex projects? And if so, what did you learn from them?
Yeah, so I want to say the first time that I used it, I did mess up a few t-shirts just because okay, so I'm like new to YouTube this year and I'm trying to be consistent. So usually anything that I do short form, I'm also filming it long form. So I knew that, with VersiFlex, you have to press and peel fast, like everything is really fast. But I was like, oh, I'm sure if I just stop to turn on my camera here and my camera here, it'll be okay. No, when I went to peel, it had already dried. So thankfully, I repressed it and I was able to save the t-shirt. But it did teach me that when you're using VersiFlex, you need to be 100% paying attention to your project and not trying to film everything.
Yeah, definitely. I've tried that too because I do live workshops, and when I'm doing VersaFlex, it's so easy to get distracted. I'm like, nope,
Yeah.
stay on the project. Don't worry about the camera.
Yeah. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make this project twice, one for short form, one for long form, and that will save me so much time.
Exactly, and so much trouble. But that is a good point that you can often reheat it, whether it's
Yes.
in the press or whether it's with a heat gun, and be able to save that.
Yeah, so I tried to reheat it with my big press, but I found that my super tiny press, if I just put it under the t-shirt, it heats it up and it peels off super easy.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people have found. If you just use, like, I have a heat gun here now from the shrink wrap. So something like that, or even
Yeah.
just some heat from underneath is all it takes.
Yeah.
Okay, so for a new VersaFlex user, what projects would you suggest they start with?
For new VersiFlex users, I would probably recommend tote bags. I feel like they're just really easy and they're also just a really cute gift. So I think that's a really great place to start with, as well as the wood. The wood was really easy. I was a little concerned because a lot of the pieces, they're not completely flat. So my concern was when I put it on the heat press, and if I added too much pressure, it would crack. But I had no trouble at all, and it came off so easy. So I would say tote bags, anything wood, those are just really cute projects to start with.
Yeah, and exactly. So I know a lot of people want to start with t-shirts. T-shirts take a little bit more to
They
learn
do. Yeah.
because there's the stretch. So you're kind of fighting the fabric a little bit more. So if you do something like a tote bag or denim where there's no stretch, it peels really, really easy until you get it down pat.
Yeah. I haven't even thought about working with VersiFlex and denim. That's actually a really good one. Especially too, because I know for children's clothing, they do a lot of very detailed designs on the back. I'm gonna make a denim jacket for my baby next. That's a really good one.
Yeah, we've been doing like a lot of pockets on the denim where you'll put something on the back pocket and it is so adorable.
That's cute. Yeah.
Yeah, denim is one of our favorites. And then a few weeks ago, I did a workshop on upcycling. So I went to the Goodwill and picked up some clothes, and the denim worked really great. But then I also picked up a pair of like khaki pants and
Oh.
yeah, went down the leg of the khaki pants, and it was phenomenal.
Oh, okay. Oh, I need to see that. That sounds really cute.
Yeah, I'll send you some pictures.
Yes, please do.
Okay. So, in general, what are your tips for someone who's starting out with VersaFlex? What would you tell a new user or someone who's looking to purchase VersaFlex?
I would say that you are just gonna have so much fun. Like if you're thinking about it but not sure, honestly, it's really a game changer. The possibilities are endless. I mean, just on this call, I was like, oh, I could do this, I could do that, right? So the possibilities are they're just amazing. So I'm really excited. I can't wait to start, working with more projects. But I would say if you're a first time user, just, make sure you dedicate time to learning it. Like I said, one of my first few projects, I was already like, I'm going to record 2 methods, and that really messed me up. So I know now, yes, I can record, but I should probably only stick to one. Or, if you are recording with both ways, to just have everything already like recording and then start the project, So I would just say that it's really, really easy, a lot easier than what I was expecting, because it was really just add the ink and go. But just make sure to give yourself time.
Awesome. And if there's one thing that you think people don't know about VersiFlex or they may not have realized, what do you think that is?
I think it's kind of too similar, into the possibilities are just endless. Like, I was amazed at the fact that we could craft with wood, right? But just on this call, you're like, oh, denim and this. And I'm just like, oh, wow. Like, the amount of things that we're going to be able to craft with, to test out. Like, I know that there's probably a huge list of items that I'm going to love, but I haven't even thought about, because the possibilities are really endless.
Awesome. Okay. So tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram and YouTube at Crafty Kari _. And on YouTube is really where I post my like in-depth tutorials, where you'll be able to know like anything that you see on my short form. You'll be able to learn how to do that on my long form, which is my YouTube. And then on Instagram and TikTok, I post a lot of like behind the scenes, a lot of personal crafting, a lot of small business tips. And then my TikTok username is a little different. That one is just Crafty Kari with no underscore. So unfortunately that one's different, but Instagram and YouTube is at Crafty Kari _.
Awesome. Well, thank you for taking some time to talk to us today.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of Ink Differently. We'll drop a new episode the second and fourth Fridays of every month. But don't worry, you can catch us other times as well. Join us for our live workshops on our YouTube channel every Tuesday and Wednesday. Until then, have a great day. Bye-bye.